Monkeys in real life terrify me, but monkey Pokemon are some of the strongest and coolest in the game. So I wanted to see if I could beat Pokemon Violet using only monkeys. But I didn't want to use some cringe normal monkeys. No. I wanted the rarest monkeys the game has to offer. That's right, today I'll be attempting to beat Pokemon Violet using only shiny monkeys. Sadly, none of the Gen 9 starters are monkeys. But it's a pretty good excuse to start this adventure with the most iconic monkey in all of Pokemon. No point teasing it, my first shiny monkey was going to be a shiny Chimchar. So, to do this hunt, I needed to start hatching eggs. So I headed over to my main file and started collecting and hatching and collecting and hatching and collecting and hatching. Yeah, so my pseudo method is meant to be 1 out of 682 chance for a shiny. Maybe these two Chimchars are the same language, because I had collected and hatched over 3,000 eggs, which is coming real close to the normal shiny odds. I spent almost 18 hours collecting eggs alone. It took so long I wasn't even excited to see it anymore, but it did eventually appear. Oh, finally! Oh my god. Why does Pseudo Method hate me? It hates me so much. It either hates me or it loves me. Oh my god. Hang on, I need to take a picture. I need to take a picture of this for my girlfriend. Because I've been complaining about it non-stop for the last week, so I needed to know I got it. Oh. Was this even worth it? I don't know. Oh, okay. Shiny Chimchar! Woo! Sorry. I'm so tired. I've been non-stop at this hunt. It's just... Sometimes they kill me a little bit, you know? Alright, okay, I'll stop rambling. Let's go. Now the question is, was Goku here worth all that trouble? Yeah, okay, he was. He's pretty cute. Especially since he does also have the egg moves Fire Punch and Thunder Punch, making quick work of the first Nemona battle. And the neat thing about Chimchar is that it evolves at level 14, which means Goku is a Monferno for the battle against Katie. And let me tell you, not a lot of early game Pokemon want to tank a Fire Punch from Goku, let alone Katie's little bugs, making this one of the easiest first gym badges I've ever had. I have no doubt that Goku could also solo Cloth, but it felt like a really good time to add a second monkey to the team. And this was going to be another starter, which means another Masuda hunt. So it's back over to the main file. Now you'd think that the game would throw me a bone or something to make up for the last hunt being, what's the math here, 4 times over odds? And well, it was twice as fast. But that means it was still 2 times over odds. I'm gonna cry, man. What are you doing, Smudge? You're like a little plushy cat. I need to take a picture. Oh, you're so freaking cute. I'm gonna send that to your mom. Oh! We did it! Shiny Grookey! I was distracted by my plushie cat. Hang on, I might be able to put a picture up for you guys. He was sitting on my plushies on the floor here. He was so cute. Oh my god. And Shiny Grookey looks like good in person. Like, you look it up on images, it doesn't look this good, I promise. Alright, sick. I used to think Shiny Grookey was kind of mid. Actually, I thought Grookey was mid in general, but now that I have one here in front of me, I actually really like it. He's pretty cute, I won't lie. Oh, I also named him Gohan, and he quickly lives up to his namesake, hitting a 3-hit Bullet Seed to take down Phase 1 in a single attack. But No way you could do that for phase 2. Right? Ooh. Ooh, that hurt. Okay. Wait, the Lear's huge. Alright. Hopefully I could... Okay, 5-hit bullet seed. 5-hit bullet seed. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna need the 5-hit. Oh, wait! Crit? Oh, I still need to hit 4. He hits 4! What a beast. What a beast. Sit down. Oh, let's go. Gohan the monster. Not only did Gohan clutch that battle, his victory dance is so adorable. But with the experience he got from the fight, Gohan does evolve into Thwacky, who is just the most second stage starter of all time. Does that make any sense? He looks awkward. Also, very quickly, this video is sponsored by me. I just started a live channel, so if you want to watch me live shiny hunt or do these runs, then subscribe to that channel. Every 100 subs, I'll be giving away a shiny live to the viewers. So yeah, go over, click on the link in the description, go subscribe to that channel if you want to see some stuff. Thank you very much. I forgot to write this in the scripts. I'm kind of winging it right now. Thank you. Really appreciate the support. Brassius time. Now, just like Katie, Brassius's Pokemon are highly flammable. So Goku kind of just... Yeah, he did that. Look, one photo kind of broken in the early game, I'll say it. So far, this run has been, well, pretty easy. But the Sky Titan could destroy Goku and Gohan, as they're both weak to its powerful flying type moves. Which means, I'm going to need another monkey. And my next target was Apom, which might just be my favorite monkey Pokemon. By no means is it the best monkey, but I've always liked Ash's Apom in the anime, so I have a bit of a soft spot for it. And honestly, it must have a soft spot for me, because it only took like 3 hours to sparkle. Oh wait, shiny Apom! Yes! Hello! Oh, let's go. Yes! That was so quick. Wait. You're huge! You're almost the same size as me. Did I just get like a huge one, or is this normal? Do I have a 6-foot King Apom? Oh, you're cute there, I'll say it. I named my surprisingly big monkey Goten, and he's full of more surprises as he can learn Thunderbolt, one of the best electric type moves in the game, which is going to be pretty awesome for the flying type Titan. For phase 1 though, I do start with Goku, who can Terra into a pure fire type, shredding his flying type weakness. He then hits a massive Thunder Punch for half the bird's HP, but it retaliates with an equally powerful wing attack. Luckily, Goku outspeeds and a second Thunder Punch ends phase 1. Sadly though, we cannot heal between phases, so Goku starts the next fight with only half HP. This is pretty dangerous, so I switch him out for Goten, who really doesn't appreciate the incoming pluck. Thankfully though, Bombardier continues to target Arvid's Knackley throughout the rest of the battle. So Goten safely fires off Thunderbolts as Knackley gets the last hit with Rock Throw, beating the toughest battle yet. And even Goten has an S-tier victory dance. I didn't know monkeys were groovy like that, holy. The team is looking super strong in this early game, but the next 2 battles are by no means easy. And next up is the Dark type Team Star boss. So I might as well go grab myself the OG monkey. My mic actually was muted during this, but I'm gonna, that's just like, oh my god, shiny Mankey, yippee, woo, yeah, shiny, woo. My normal reaction was actually kind of lame anyway, so I hope this makes up for it. Instead of the dead air, baby. See, easy. One. I had the perfect name for this mint flavored ball of rage. Everyone welcome Brawly to the team. And of course, there is a naming theme in this video, and if you guess it right down in the comments, then I'll heart it guaranteed. And while you're down there, consider hitting that like button and subscribing, as we're super close to 70k subs. And let me know what your favorite anime is, as I need some new stuff to watch while shiny hunting for these videos. Anyway, enough of that, let's go battle Giacomo. His lead Pawnyard is instantly destroyed by Goku's Drain Punch. But that wasn't really the one I was worried about, as the main threat is his Starmobile. Since Goku got his attack drop by Intimidate, I decided to switch into Goten, who tanks the incoming Wicked Talk better than I thought, but he does sadly fall asleep. So I'm forced to switch again. This time I do bring in Gohan, and he's able to land 2 massive low kicks before also having to switch, as I bring in our newest team member Broly, who terrors to boost the power of his fighting type moves, allowing him to finish off the Starmobile with 2 more low kicks. Kinda sad that everyone got to shine there except for Goten, but don't worry buddy, I'm sure you have your own time to shine. And I mean, he does take out Nemona's Rockruff and Paw Me, which I guess is more expected than impressive, but hey, it's something. It's something. Goten definitely can't fight her full Gato, so it's a quick switch into Goku, who ends the fight with a cheeky Fire Punch. Bringing us to a much more difficult battle, as Iono's team is stacked with multiple threats, and my monkeys don't have a clear advantage. But what they do have is the will to fight, while giving it their best, and also the move Dig, and generally pretty good stats. Okay, maybe my monkeys are more ready for this than I thought, as Goku just one-shot Wattrel with a Fire Punch. Oh my lord. Well, that's certainly a great start to the battle, but Wattrel is an extremely weak Pokemon, and she sends in her Belly Bolt next, a Pokemon that can be just as scary as her ace. But Goku's Dig is looking like a 2-hit KO, so even though Water Gun does hurt, he's able to safely clean up the kill on the next turn with a second Dig. And despite the attack drop from Luxio's Intimidate, Goku is still able to bring it into the red with a Dig before finishing it off with a Mach Punch. Since he did get paralyzed by Luxio, I know Miss Magius is going to use Hex, so I use this to get a free switch into Goten. Miss Magius has pretty good stats, except for its defense stat, so Goten uses Tickle to lower it even further before I switch into Gohan, who abuses that defense drop to KO Iono's ace with a 3-hit Terra boosted Bullet Seed, earning my monkeys their 3rd gym badge. Guys, are monkeys OP? I think they might be OP. For a lack of a better term, we just giga-gapped the 3 hardest battles in the game, and now we have the 3 easiest battles. Yeah, this was gonna be really easy. First up is the Orthworm, and phase 1 is finished in 2 low kicks from Broly. And thanks to a massive critical hit, it only takes 1 more low kick to defeat phase 2. Goten was my answer for Mela, as he counters her son with his Rain. And after a few water pulses, he's able to knock out Torkoal. This of course brings in her Starmobile, who Goten tickles to lower its attack and defense, setting up Goku for success. And after 3 digs and 1 Mach Punch, we've beaten the Firestar boss. And our team just keeps getting stronger, with Broly evolving into Primeape. Look at how angry and oddly green he is. Kofu is the next challenge, and on paper, Gohan has a free matchup here. The only thing holding him back is his speed stat, as he has a negative speed nature, and I'm just kinda too lazy to go find a mint, so I had to come up with another solution. So instead of leading with Gohan, I lead with Goten, who sets up an agility for +2 speed. Goten then uses Baton Pass, which switches out Goten for Gohan while giving Gohan the speed boost. And yeah, after that, Gohan just proceeds to carve up Kofu's whole team with Terra boosted Bullet Seeds. He even got a 1-hit Bullet Seed on Wog Trio for the KO, which is something I very rarely see. It was actually kind of funny. With Kofu defeated, we had a new level cap, which means Goten gets to evolve into Ampipom. Now I love Ampipom, I think it's a sick design, but its shiny is a massive downgrade. Why isn't it the same red? And why doesn't the red bleed into its face and belly fur like it does for Apom? They butchered my son! Look what they've done to him! I thought my game glitched and it just turned it into a normal Ambipom. I was so confused when I saw this. I swear it was so much more red. Anyway, we still gotta use them. It's just a bit sad. Let me tell you, it's a pretty bad time to be BP. Not only has my son had a significant glow down, I also have to battle Atticus, my most hated battle in all of Pokemon. But this battle ended up being pretty crazy. I lead with Goten as Atticus leads with his Skuntank. Goten starts the battle by dodging a Sucker Punch with agility. But then Skuntank just continues to use Sucker Punch. But I really wanted it to use Toxic so I could get a free baton pass. But it took so long that Goten ended up getting to max speed before finally being poisoned. But now I can baton pass into Brawly. And I'm just gonna pass the mic to Live BP because this was insane. Oh, that kind of sucks. Oh, no it doesn't. No it doesn't. Oh, you messed up. Oh, you messed up so badly, bro. Oh my god, you messed up so badly. Oh, I'm max attack, max speed now. Get absolutely wrecked. Oh, you're so stupid. You're so stupid. Oh, you're so stupid, bro. Let's go. So if you don't know what Anger Point is, it's an ability that kind of works like Belly Drum, where if you sacrifice half your HP to get max attack, but instead of sacrificing half your HP, it's just if you get crit by anything. So now we're max attack and we're max speed because he refused to toxic me before. Oh, buddy, oh, Atticus, you sowed the perfect, no, sowed the perfect seed. You sowed the perfect seeds for your defeat. Oh my god, this feels so good. Look at this. Oh yeah, bye-bye, buddy. Yeah, nice Reverie. Bring out your big one. I dare you. You're about to watch it get one shot. It feels so stupid. Oh, this feels so good. I hate this guy so much. Honestly, I feel like we would have done basically the same damage to Reverie and Mark. Maybe not Mark, but Reverie would have instantly died. But this is gonna feel so good. Ready? He deleted, dude. Oh, Atticus, sit down, boy. Sit down. Yeah, that's right. Be scared, bro. Be scared. Be scared. I really don't like Atticus. Well, with the worst battle out of the way, we now get a new level cap, which means Goku can evolve into his final form, becoming the OP, yet very sunburned Infernape. And my lord, Goku was already tearing up the region, to the point where I'm a bit scared about unleashing this beast. Oh, and Gohan also evolves into Rillaboom, a Pokemon that I rarely think about, but I know it's a menace in VGC, and I hope it's a menace to our opponents. For now though, it's more Goku time, with the next gym leader being Larry, the normal type master. With no setup, Goku is able to one-shot both Kamala and Dunsparce. But Staraptor lowers his attack, so I quickly switch into Goten before switching back into Goku, who then finishes off the sweep with one last close combat. And Goku continues his sweep into the battle against Nemona, as unboosted close combat one-shots all of our Pokemon, except for Meowscarada. It gets one-shot by Fire Punch instead. Okay, I thought I was done with the Masuda method for this video, and I was really happy about that. But turns out, Oranguru is a Scarlet exclusive. Which doesn't even make sense, because it's purple. And purple's like, violet's like purple. It looks like it should be Violet Monkey, no? Anyway, looks like I'm pitching up a picnic again. Now with Masuda, at least for me anyway, there is no middle ground. I'm either going 4 times over odds or 10 times under. And luckily, and you know, I'll say it, deservedly, I deserved Oranguru to be in the 10 times under group, as it only took 67 eggs. Thank God. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, that was so quick. Oh, thank the Lord. I really didn't want to do this hunt. Oh, huge shout out to Wayfarer. I was watching his live stream. He got me through this hunt. I was already dreading it. Oh. Go subscribe to Wave for good shiny luck, I promise. Watch his live streams, you'll get the shiny before he does 100%. Let's go.
Did I swap eggs in? I did this time, good. BB's is my girlfriend's is okay, but then you do it and she isn't okay. I've got her, to be fair, I can understand. But like you say, she keeps you grounded, so that's good. Oh! BP! Got an Oranguru on Masuda. Oh, Oranguru is such a good shiny as well. First batch. No, that's so painful to hear. At nearly 600 eggs in. But congratulations, dude. I'm very happy for you.
I wasn't done hunting, as I still needed to get Oranguru's counterpart, Parsimeon. This wasn't an egg hunt, thankfully, but it took, I think it was around 8 hours to find. Ooh, let's go. Finally. Oh, that looks so good. Bud, you know, we both know you're not the one I want. Where is he? Oh, even like the tail's blue. That is so sick. Wait, they both have great shinies. What the heck? Which is crazy because like who uses these Pokemon? Oh, let's go. I kind of want a Great Ball it. I don't have any Quick Balls. Oh, Dive Ball might look nice. No, I'm gonna Great Ball. Alright, sick. Thank God. Whew. Okay, well, no need for that. I'm still so shocked that these two have such great shinies. Like, these silly little monkeys easily clear shiny Ceruledge and Armarouge, which feels illegal. Well, anyway, let's go show off our new monkeys. The gym battle against Rhyme is a double battle, so I get to show off my new pair of shiny monkeys as Xeno and Bardock enter the field side by side. Bardock starts the match by breaking Mimikyu's disguise as Xeno sets up a coal mine to boost his special attack and special defense. I then thought it was a bit unfair for Xeno to set up and not Bardock, so I terror him and set up a bulk up, giving both my monkeys an Omni boost at the end of the turn. This is super valuable to Xeno as he has the move Stored Power, which gains power based on each stat increase. After Bardock one-shots Bayonet with Knockoff, Xeno lives up to his name by deleting Mimikyu with Stored Power, which brings Rhyme down to her last two Pokemon, but they wouldn't last very long. Knockoff one-shots Houndstone and Stored Power explodes her Toxtricity, and the exclusive Monkey Duo easily destroyed the 6th gym leader. After defeating Rhyme, I finally stopped being lazy and evolved Brawly into his final form. And yeah, the shiny kinda stinks. I'll say what many others have said, it's a classic fumbled Gen 9 shiny. But it's still super OP and will help us beat Tulip. But she has an Espathra which is super fast, so I do need Goten to help out his buddy by giving him a +2 speed boost with Baton Pass. Brawly does tank a Zen Headbutt on the switch, but all that does is boost Rage Fist's power, though Brawly has to first take out Barigarath with close combat due to its normal typing. But the rest of Tulip's team aren't safe from this stupidly OP move. And so with no attack boosts, Brawly is able to sweep Tulip's team, which is kinda crazy, but hey, I'm definitely not complaining. Now it's been a while since Gohan became a Rillaboom, but I haven't used him since Kofu. So I decided to give him a chance against the Quake Titan, and boy am I glad I did, because he one-shots Iron Tusk with a low kick. And after seeing that, I rushed straight over to phase 2 to do it all over again. Gohan has been a beast through this whole run, but now he's a monster, and I will be utilizing him more. Sadly, Grusha uses Ice types, so it's actually a pretty bad matchup for Gohan. He hates the cold. However, it's the perfect matchup for Goku, as he perfectly counters Grusha's team. Fire Punch one-shots Frostmoth, Close Combat one-shots Beartic and Satitan, then finally a Flare Blitz to one-shot Altaria. And with that, we've collected all 8 gym badges, but we still need to finish up a few battles before we can challenge the Elite Four. Starting with Ortega, who I don't have a proper counter to, which is a tad worrying. But like I said before, Gohan is a monster, so he's able to one-shot both Azumarill and Wigglytuff with drum beating. But his Dash Bun can hit Gohan with a priority Baby Doll Eyes, lowering his attack stat, allowing it to survive not 1 but 2 drum beatings. The second one did leave it low enough for Gohan to finish it off with a U-turn, which I thought would let me switch into Goten, but no. The Starmobile animation overrides any secondary effects, I guess. Which is kind of annoying, but hey, we could just use it again to bring in Goten. His goal here is to use Tickle, lowering the Starmobile's attack and defense, which he's able to do twice before having to switch into Goku, and with the Starmobile's -2 defense, his poison jabs are doing insane damage, and it only takes 2 more attacks to win the battle, which brings us to the final Titan. But Gohan is here to make sure it stays quiet, with 2 drum beatings destroying the Dondozo phase, which of course angers the Tatsugiri. But with a Held Assault Vest, Gohan just really doesn't care about it, like at all. And while it isn't as fast, he's able to easily quell the agitated Dragonfish, defeating the final Titan. And so we're left with the final star boss and the final battle before the Elite Four. But Eri has one of the strongest teams in the game. Thankfully though, I had a plan. I lead with the support god Goten, who sets up an agility but is then hit by a brick break, which he's only able to survive thanks to his health focus sash. He then baton passes into Zeno, who then baits Sucker Punch thanks to his psychic typing, allowing him to freely set up 5 coal mines, and with stored power, it was an easy sweep, one-shotting her whole team. Even her Starmobile wasn't safe from being clapped. Hopefully, the Elite Four is going to be this easy. Okay, monkeys, now is the time to go absolutely bananas! I don't know why I did that. Anyway, Riga is first up, and I lead with Goku, which might seem weird, but I needed him to set up Stealth Rocks to deal with her Donphan later down the road. But with his job done, I can switch out into Gohan, who sets up a Swords Dance to boost his attack stat, as Blizzard from Wish Cash does barely any damage. From here, it's a pretty easy fight with Terra Boosted drum beating, obliterating the rest of her team, for a super easy first win in the Elite Four. And well, Poppy was obviously just hard countered by Goku, not really much to say, to be honest. Actually, Fire Punch, Close Combat, go brrr. Call me Unk now, chat. That was a very relevant and timely reference. I'm losing my mind. Which brings us to Larry, who I had no real plan for, so I kinda just defaulted to the Baton Pass stored power strat, which worked perfectly as Larry does have a decent team, but his lead Tropius is just so weak that it's so easy to set up on. Sorry, Royal Pair, but maybe get a cooler mascot like Bulbasaur or Ivysaur or Venusaur, you know, something, a cool grass type. Anyway, another easy battle. And just like that, we're up to the 4th and final member of the Elite Four, Hassel the Dragon Master. Okay, don't get mad, but I do start with Goten, so he can give Brawly a speed boost with Baton Pass. I'm sorry, it's just so useful, and without this strat, we'd never see Goten. He'd end up like Bardock. And that's the last thing I want for him, okay? I'm sorry. Anyway, with the speed boost, Brawly is able to one-shot Hassel's team all the way to Haxorus, who lives in Ice Punch with yellow HP. But its Dragon Claw actually doesn't do that much damage. I don't know if it's secretly kind of weak, or if Brawly is just a tank. Could be both, to be honest, I don't know. Well, either way, a second Ice Punch finishes it off, and Hassel is left with his final Pokemon. But if Ice Punch didn't one-shot Haxorus, there was no way it was going to one-shot Baxcalibur. So I tried to see if a Terra Boosted Close Combat could clutch the one-hit KO. But sadly, Brawly misses out on the KO and gets flattened by a critical hit Glaive Rush. Now this isn't a Nuzlocke, but I will be Wonder trading away Brawly after the run is over, and the same goes for any of my shinies that get knocked out, while the rest of them I'll be giving away to you guys. Thankfully, Brawly got backs low enough for Goku to finish the fight off with a close combat of his own, defeating the final Elite Four member. And now we're up to the battle that will decide if our monkeys can become champion rank. And honestly, Geeta's scariest Pokemon for my monkeys is actually her Espathra, as half my team are fighting types. But if anyone could handle this ball cut emu, it's Gohan. And he handles it. Like, handles in all caps, by the way. Because, you know, he gets a silly cheeky little crit on U-turn, getting the one shot, and quickly putting any of my worries to ease. Geeta sends in her Avalugg, so I send in Goku, who can one-shot the ice table with close combat. Geeta then sends in her Veluza, which I thought Goku could one-shot with Thunder Punch. But it lives with the red HP and fires back with a liquidation that Goku toughs out. Okay, well, that could have been really bad, because I spent a number of hours getting this shiny burnt monkey, and I'd be depressed sending that away to a stranger. I switch into Brawly, who finishes the fish off with a Rage Fist, and honestly, Brawly has a great matchup for the rest of Geeta's team. Go-Go falls to 2 Ice Punches, close combat is 4 times effective against King Gambit, and her ace gets outsped, and Brawly gets another one-shot with close combat, winning my monkeys and I the rank of champion. What a run! Going into this, I thought monkeys would really struggle, but they've cleared my expectations 10 times over. However, the run isn't over quite yet. My monkeys still needed to prove themselves before we were allowed down to Area 0. And so I challenged my friends to test the power of my monkeys, and needless to say, I think we're more than ready. Goku sweeps Clavel, Zeno sweeps Penny, and Gohan sweeps Arvin. All super easy. And to be honest, I thought Nemona would be just as easy. I really did. But it ended up actually being a pretty scary battle. Goku starts the battle by setting up a Swords Dance, but Lycanroc hits a critical hit Drill Run, bringing him super low. And for some reason, I forgot the dog had Excel Rock, but the game kinda just bails me out with Goku leaving the hit on 1 HP, so I wouldn't feel sad. And thank God, because I would have felt really sad. And thanks to that, he can one-shot Lycanroc with close combat. And it was starting to look like the rest of the battle would be easy. Orthworm gets one shot, Goodra gets one shot, the Dunsparce gets one shot, but her Pawmot has Quick Attack, which I knew this time because I brought up her move list. So predicting a Quick Attack, I switch into Brawly, and it actually went for close combat, which means Goku could have just gotten a clean sweep here, but you know, better safe than sorry. Brawly tries to hit a super effective Earthquake, but it shreds its electric typing with Double Shock, so it lives a critical hit Earthquake. But it can't use Double Shock again, so Brawly is safely able to finish Pawmot off with a close combat, leaving Nemona with her ace Meowscarada. Brawly is low, so I switch into Gohan, and I try to get in some good chip with Low Kick, but Play Rough lowers Gohan's attack, so Low Kick barely does any damage. So I decide to U-turn out for some more damage, while also safely bringing in Goku, who ends the battle with a Raging Fury, proving ourselves strong enough to enter Area 0 and battle AI Toro. I lead this final battle with Brawly, and thank God I gave him an Assault Vest because he gets crit turn 1 by an Air Slash. But the boosted special defense allows him to survive, and he can retaliate with a 4 times super effective Earthquake for an easy OHKO. Next is Iron Bundle, but its only flying type move is Drill Peck, which doesn't come close to finishing off Brawly, and close combat gets another one shot. This brings in Iron Jugulus, and I sadly do have to sacrifice Bardock here, which does kinda suck because I only got to use him for like one battle, and he's a 6 shiny, so I'm kinda sad that I've got to Wonder Trade him away, but it does give me a safe switch into Goku, allowing him to survive an Air Slash while setting up Sword Stance for +2 attack, which is then enough for him to OHKO Iron Jugulus on the next turn. Toro then sends down his Iron Thorns, but another close combat gets yet another one-hit knockout, and I thought I could easily one-shot Iron Hands as well if I just committed my Terra Orb to Goku. But once again, I forget about priority moves as Iron Hands has Fake Out, which is enough to kill Goku. Meaning I have to Wonder Trade my shiny Infernape, which hurts so much more because it took me so long to get. Anyway, Brawly re-enters the battle. Sadly though, his Earthquake isn't even close to getting the one-shot despite being super effective. But the friendship mechanic does kick in, so he lives a Thunder Punch with 1 HP, and a Rage Fist on the next turn finishes off the hands, leaving Turo with his ace Iron Valiant. It outspeeds and kills Brawly with a Spirit Break, but this gives me a safe switch into Zeno, who does take massive damage from Brick Break, but a held Citrus Berry heals him out of range for the 2-hit KO, and 2 Psychics takes down the Iron Valiant. And with that, I've beaten Pokemon Violet using only shiny monkeys. But I do have to Wonder Trade Brawly, Bardock, and worst of all, Goku. So if you got a random shiny monkey, then you're welcome. Huge shout out to my members, they're the GOATs, and if you like this video, you're going to love the one on screen now. Anyway guys, as always, be kind and stay safe. See you all next time.